The webinar has started. Ridgely, welcome to the open house session of the Mastermind.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. We have a ton of stuff to cover. I'm not sure how we're going to do all of this, Hubert Lee. I really am not sure about that at all. But I'm
Now,
excited about what we're doing.
I know where we have to start. We have to start by wishing the good folks Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year to you. Chime in the chat. Tell us where you're calling from. Give us a Happy New Year. Hello,
Yes, we had a team call the other day, and after you had left, our dear Sansia asked me, what my resolutions were for the new year. And I said, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll start exercising. She says, you don't exercise? And I said, no. And she said, well, you take your dog outside, right? And I said, yeah, does that count? She says, for sure it counts. And I said, okay, I'm crossing it off my list. I'm done. So one up and one down. I'm good.
There you go. You're already good to go. You already got the big one off your list. I love that. Awesome. Crossing it off the list for good. Of course, that comes from Bridget Callahan, who's like a 18th degree black belt who goes to the dojo all the time.
Oh,
Kicking
yeah, I
butt.
know. I
Get it.
know.
So, all right. Well, welcome everybody. Very excited to have some fun today. We have a lot to cover.
Yes,
And
a lot of people joining. Thank you for joining our first of the year open house mastermind meeting. Let's explain what the open house concept is about, Richard.
yeah, so just for everybody's on, if you're brand new, if you've never been here with us before, we have a very powerful mastermind. You're about to get a taste of it here in a moment. Most of our mastermind members work with us, use us basically as their fractional CMO. We help them with all their marketing materials using AI. The whole idea is to share with people how to use AI to be more effective with pretty much everything you do in the online digital world. And so once a month, first week of the month, we open this up to the universe to give them a taste of what we do and to see how it is that you can also participate if you'd like to join our mastermind and then have us get to work for you. That would be awesome. Tons of people
That would
calling.
be, and
You know,
so,
so funny,
right.
man. Check this. Michelle says from icy Alabama. I'm in icy Florida. Look at this. I got my double shirt layer on, fleece, whatever. No, man. All day long, I've been typing with this guy on like this. I see this is
Uh,
because we're a bunch of wimps down here. Just saying.
you poor man.
I know.
Yeah, I
Terrible.
know. Okay,
Terrible.
and so the other thing about the our approach to AI that I want to mention for people that are joining us as part of the open house is this. Let's not be intimidated by AI and the technology, nor let's be overly impressed by it. Okay. And so, what really is important is how AI assists you in your marketing and building your company. And the formula is called the partner attraction formula. And AI originally has become a very effective tool for us to create that limbic messaging and distribute it through the partner attraction formula. So I just wanted to kind of, since it's a new year, first, meeting, I just want to have you lead us through the whole concept again of limbic messaging, why it's so powerful, where to use it. And it's not just on your website or on social media, but it's also in internal documents as well. I see we have, as one of our new members, I see Natalie on the call. I know she's especially interested in how do you use that to permeate not only the culture within your company, but also the outward facing communications too, in the sales presentation material. So originally, can you just start us and ground us in limbic messaging, please?
Yeah, so let's just take it back for a second. For even if you've seen this 25 times from me, it's always relevant. If you look, this is about brain biology. It's about how do you use brain biology to move your enterprise forward, to get people to make decisions in your favor. Obviously, the most important of those decisions is to say yes to your products or services that you're offering to the world to make the world a better place, right? So at the end of the day, people make the decisions. People make the decision. There's somebody who says yes. So how do we get that yes going? Well, you got to understand how the brain works. The way the brain works is as follows. If you look at a cross section of the brain from above and you're looking down, what you see all around the perimeter of the brain is called the neocortex. It is a very new part of the brain, relatively speaking. It's a thin sheath around the brain. And so this is stuff that most people probably haven't talked about so much, but I've been studying a lot with this book, highly recommended, Your Brain at Work, my new favorite book. And
Nice.
it explains how without this part of the brain, you wouldn't know, oh, I need to schedule an appointment to get my teeth done. Oh, I need to stop. There's a red light. Oh, I need, so it's a very important part, but it's a very thin and very new part of the brain. The big, beefy part below that, inside of that is called the limbic brain, much older, more primitive part of the brain in the development of a human being. People make decisions based on a feeling. Feeling comes from the limbic brain. How did you survive? Before there was a lot of conscious thought, neocortex, there was the limbic brain, the fight or flight, the survival mechanism that kept this species alive all the way up till today. So if you go to that, if you tracking with me so far, in order to get decisions made in your favor, you have to tap into the limbic decision-making feeling brain. So that's why limbic messaging is so important. If you can tap into the limbic brain, you're going to get way more decisions made in your favor, including, as mentioned, the decision to buy your product or service. The challenge is this: because it's a primitive space and a feeling space, the limbic brain doesn't understand words. Words are understood by the thinking neocortex part of the brain. The neocortex doesn't understand feelings. So, geez, what do we do? How do we reconcile those two? Limbic messaging is largely an invitation into a feeling. If I say something, well, you know why we're doing this? Because your success matters. You say to yourself, that's right, my success does matter. It's a feeling. It's not a thought. That's right, my success matters. It matters to me. It's a feeling. So we're trying to tap into that feeling. If I say something like, we believe in lasting relationships, and you say, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I believe too. I believe in lasting relationships. That's a feeling. It's not a thought. Oh, there's a red light. I'm supposed to stop now. Oh, there's a green light. I can go. There's a very big difference. So when we're talking about moving your enterprise forward, putting your gift out to the world, you want to be using limbic messaging so that you're touching the feeling part of the brain that makes all the decisions in the prospects. That's why limbic messaging is so important, and it can be infused everywhere. Now, what was the big game changer? The big game changer, and it is a very big game changer, was AI. AI came along, and what used to take a bunch of people racking their guts, their soul, their brain, their heart, their feeling to come up with messages that evoked a feeling now takes almost no time at all using AI. So the game has changed. And now we can use AI to create that messaging to influence anyone, anywhere with everything that you're doing, including, as Hubert mentioned earlier, of course, it's your outward facing things. It's your webinars, your sales pages, your funnels. But what about your internal documents? What about your books that you send out, your proposals? What about your social media that you're sending out? Anything you can do to get somebody to nod their head that feels right, so that as they're experiencing you and what you have to offer, they're nodding their head. You are inducing a yes state that will lead them to saying yes to your products and services. So everything we do on this mastermind is to help you create that kind of messaging, that kind of communication that goes out to the world, expresses who you are, what you stand for, and what you believe, so that people start nodding their head in your favor and say yes to what you have to offer. So that's an overall part one. Part two of the partner attraction formula is there are three main rules to marketing, three top rules. Rule number one, it's all about them. Rule number two, it's all about them. Rule number three, Guy, you're smart. You got it. You figured it out. I love that about you. Very smart group here. It's all about them. And so when we talk about ourselves, nobody cares. Here's what people care about, especially in the context of business. What can you do for me? So when you're talking about messaging, you want to make the messaging all about them. What are you going to do for them? Somebody comes to see what you have to offer. They're not interested intellectually in what you have to offer. They're interested in what can your product or service do for them. That's what they're interested. That's why they came to you in the first place. So why wouldn't your messaging be all about them? Using you language about them as opposed to us or me language about me, banging my own chest, patting myself on the head, whatever, does not serve the cause. So that's part two of the formula. And the third part is, and this is really key, and it boggles my mind that we see example after example of where this doesn't happen. If you want somebody to partner with you, as in buy your product, buy your service, join your tribe, be a part of your community, whatever that looks like, you have to tell them how to do that. In other words, you have to have a clear call to action of what is the next step that somebody needs to take to be a part of whatever you're doing or whatever you're offering. So again, three things: limbic or emotional messaging, so that you touch the decision-making part of the brain. Number two, partner-centric copy, so that it's all about them and they feel like you're speaking to them directly and care about them. Number three, clear calls to action, so that people understand what is the next step they take in order to partner with you. If you do those three things, you are so far ahead of most people out there, it's ridiculous. And let's just even admit for a moment, Hubert Lee, that this used to be hard. It used to be hard to figure out this messaging that, hey, man, if the neocortex understands words, but the limbic decision-making brain doesn't understand words, but this understands feelings and the neocortex doesn't understand feelings, how are we going to figure out what are the words that we need to use that somehow touch the limbic brain that doesn't understand the words in the first place? I mean, it was complicated.
Exactly.
And then came AI.
Well, so actually, I just said that in the Cantonese accent, not on purpose. Actually, that's how we pronounce it in Hong Kong.
Actually,
Actually, in America, we say actually. Actually, the AI is an assist to a hack that we've developed that actually makes it doable for common business people. Now, originally, I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm going to demonstrate the AI portion in a second. Okay. But let's say you're a business owner, business employee charged with messaging. And you say, originally, very clear. When you say it, I totally get it. Now I'm going to go do it. What do I do? The next level, Ridgely and I have made it exceedingly clear that we talk about format hacks all the time. There are several guaranteed limbic messaging constructs that instantly, even though you know that they're coming, they work on you every single time because of the way your brain works. I'm going to ask Ridgely to walk us through the three main types. One is we believe, the other is because something matters, and the other is you deserve. So Ridgely, first explain the power of these hacks. And I know there are a lot of clever people on this call, and I know that you can create all kinds of pros in communication that has a limbic effect. But please, everybody, master these three formats first because it makes your job so much easier. Ridgely?
Yeah, for sure. So we are warm-blooded mammals and we travel in packs. And again, if we go back to what I said earlier, limbic messaging is an invitation into a belief. So when you're looking to attract people into your organization to buy your product, buy your service, here's what we know. There are three types of people out there. There's the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we do not want neither the bad nor the ugly. So how do you attract only the good? You become an expert at expressing who you are, what you stand for, so that you enable the good for you. They may not be the good for Hubert, but the good for you, to raise their hand in your favor and say, that's my person. That's who I'm looking for. That's the person that I trust and believe in. I want to go with them. So they're invitations into a thought. So going back to the three different types, the easiest ones, by the way, there are others, but these are the easiest ones. If I say, We believe in long-term relationships. If you don't believe in long-term relationships, guess what? You're not my people. You're just not, because I'm not really interested in short-term relationships only. I'm just not. So forget it. I don't want to know. If you do believe in long-term relationships, then internally, you may not do it with your head. You're doing this. Yep, I believe in long-term relationships. That's right. So I'm feeling that Ridgely guy. That Ridgely guy, he's my people. He and I, we got the same belief system here. We're good. If we say something like, because your voice matters, and that hits you where you live, you know what? My voice does matter. I am significant. I'm not an insignificant person. I mean something. Somebody's nodding their head. They're nodding their head in favor. They agree. It's an invitation into the belief. We say, you deserve prosperity and abundance in 2024. Man, that's exactly right. I surely do deserve prosperity. As hard as I've been working, I deserve. See that it's a feeling. It's a complete feeling. So when you use those three constructs, we believe messages because something matters, and you can insert whatever you want, because the environment matters, because your health matters, because community matters, because family matters. Any one of those that you believe in, you can insert in there. It'll work. Or you deserve. You can even make them, mix them up a little bit. You deserve to be heard because you deserve to be heard. We believe that you deserve to be heard. We believe that your success matters, right? You can mix them up, but those three constructs will create messaging for you that make it easier to get somebody to nod their head in your favor.
Brilliant, Rick. That's excellent. That sets the stage now for how AI can make it push button easy. Okay, now a lot of people on the call here are actually not in our group, and so let me just put in this kind of statement about what AI actually is and how to think about it. Okay, think of it as the world's largest mastermind group, with the sum total of everything on the internet up until April or whenever the last update was on, say, ChatGPT, right? Stored in a way so that AI can instantly put something together for you that you ask it to. Now, there's nothing scary about that thought. As a matter of fact, it's very enabling because now it's instantly thought of as your tool, your assistant, right? As a matter of fact, when we get into the different demos, Ridgely will show you how instantly you can make AI act for you in the role that you want, because most of the time when Ridgely and I start a chat request to an AI agent, we'll say, act as such and such, right? Act as a world-class marketing copywriter with a proven track history of writing persuasive text. And then you ask it to do what you want it to do. Now, for those that are in our group, you will have seen and used the following demo many times, but let me Ridgely share my screen, and for the new folks, give them a taste of the power of AI. So we've just started working on some concepts internally for our client team group, right? And Ridgely, you can give us the insight into that in a little bit. But here's their website. It's got awesome content. Here's a tool, the PAF Brain. Okay, it's push button simple. You choose enter URL. You could, if you want, enter text, but I chose enter URL. I put in their URL right here. I selected an AI model to use. I'm using the most advanced one right now available. And take a look at this. And I'm showing everybody because I went behind the scenes and I tweaked it so that it, really, really is humming along now. I'm asking it to create limbic messaging in the form of we believe, in the long form. I hit submit, and this came out based on this website here. Okay, so at Team Group, we believe in creating safer environments because peace of mind is priceless. When you step into a space maintained by Team Group, you'll feel the difference that professional care and attention to detail can make. And it goes on and on and on, and it takes different themes as represented on a website, and it puts it in that we believe languaging. We believe in the importance of sustainability because the future of our planet relies on the actions we take today. Awesome. We believe in community because we're more than just a service provider. We're your partner and neighbor. It's even you-centric, right? Now, this is the longer form. Okay, I also tuned the shorter form. So let me switch my screen here. And now I chose under select task. And by the way, there's all kinds of tasks. There's you deserve statements, there's all kinds of frameworks. It's chock full of stuff. But this time I chose we believe short form. And take a look at this originally. For social media or for headlines on your web pages, we believe in a safer, cleaner, safer future for all. We believe every facility deserves exceptional care. We believe in immediate response to your emergencies. I mean, it's all right there in Limbic messaging. What do you think, originally?
That's literally one push of the button. Now, in reality, that is a tool available to our Mastermind members. And by the way, if you're not yet a full member, we'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. Hubert will pop it in the chat. But we build all of these. Basically, that is a software that is layered on top of OpenAI. So we have built a tool that creates the output that you need on top of OpenAI to make the process of creating Limbic messaging even easier for you. And Natalie is from Team Group. If she is battling the remnants of COVID, so we're not going to pull her up on the screen right at the moment. Because I know she doesn't want to be pulled up on the screen right at the moment, but we love you, Natalie, and we're excited about working with you. And these tools are available to anyone in our mastermind. The thought process of how this works is equally important, understanding that you have access to this giant brain to tap into. So, shall we have some fun, Hubert Lee? I'm going to bring on.
Yes, for sure. Work your magic. And by the way, folks, I'm going to drop a link to Ridgely's calendar. And part of the process about learning about our mastermind is to have a strategy call with Ridgely. You'll get what you're about to see, this kind of collaborative environment that we're about to embark on. You'll get your own version of this on the 30-minute call. So Ridgely, with your permission, I'm going to open up your calendar for the good folks here.
Yeah, awesome. I'm bringing on our brother and partner, Steve Black. We are going to have some more fun. We are in the process of doing something. I want to share with everybody what we are doing. It is super cool. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Ridgely. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and welcome, welcome. So
Thank you.
excited.
Happy New Year, Hubert.
Yeah, we are on our
Steve, good to see you. Some great work you're doing on your project there. Fabulous.
So
nothing like a little bit of pressure to get it done.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So we are next week launching. So this is the great. First of all, I am not suggesting that anybody should do exactly what I'm about to suggest, but I am going to show you what's possible. So Steve has been a member of our mastermind for a number of months now. We've been friends for a little longer than that. We learned about his mastery, and he is an expert in the referral business, in the networking business. He is one of the executive leaders, directors of BNI, Business Networking International, in Central Texas with 5 chapters. This is what he does. He's been doing this for years and years. And then we teamed up and like, well, we're the partner attraction formula. We believe the same thing you do. And we've got this AI and we've got all these stuff. And we started talking. And all of a sudden, out of this whole thing, about what, a month ago, was it even a month?
Yeah, maybe 5 weeks at a push. But yeah, seriously, it's not been much more than that.
Yeah, we decided, well, you know what? We think we can launch a product that would really help a lot of businesses, smaller businesses that are not big businesses, but smaller businesses really learn the art of using referrals, networking, word of mouth, strategic partnerships to grow their businesses. And we began to create a product called Total Referral Mastery, powered by AI. And we are smack in the middle of it. We are literally doing our first presentation. I know this is going to sound really kind of scary. A week from tomorrow, just saying, okay? 1 week from tomorrow. So do I recommend being this late in the game, still working on some of the fundamental pieces? No. However, I have a pretty experienced team, pretty seasoned team. They're used to it. And we are going to show you now how you can start from very little and kind of build something pretty amazing because of the power of AI. So I'm going to share my screen. and we're going to go into my favorite tool, which is ChatGPT. I'm going to make sure I'm looking up here in the corner. We're going to make sure that it is ChatGPT 4. Oh, look at that. Plugins. I need some plugins. I want to make sure my web pilot, that's good. I'm going to need that, is set. And now I want to show you something, the evolution of a product in literally a month. So I don't even know when the first day that this happened was. We started taking notes, but we got no notes. Oh, well, let's talk about a course layout. And by the way, anybody can do this. Look how the simple tool that Google Docs are, right? Google Docs, you can do that, and then you can jump from section to section, etc., right here in a Google Doc. It's kind of amazing. And so literally in the last few weeks, we went from taking some notes. So this was an intro meeting that we had Sansia, who's on this call with us, taking these notes. What's it going to be like? What are our ideas? What's the portal layout? What's that going to look like? We need sequences of emails. We need marketing objectives, etc. From that, it went to, okay, we need a video. We're going to explain these things. All right, what's it look like? Cool. Now here's some images for what a course might look like. A lot of these taken from content that we already had, content from Steve's website, which I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, how are we going to build this? Well, we need to invite people. Who's Steve? Oh, he's this dude from England, moved to Texas. Awesome. Cool. We're going to then go into what it's going to look like as we build out the course. So we had this all created, and now we're talking only 2 weeks ago. So we have this new course that we're bringing out. Now we're talking, okay, great. What's going to be our launch? We're going to launch at this meeting that is happening literally next week. There's an intro of what the meeting looks like. Hubert, pull up our launch open pages and registration pages, because this is how fast you can do this. And then Sansia, can you pull up this exclusive invitation that we now have? This I wrote 2 days ago. You'll see the invitation, what it looks like in just a second, because this is how fast you can do stuff these days. Group pricing, what's it going to look like? So there we have our intro, etc. Then we went back into, okay, we need an email sequence to invite people to the event that's happening next Thursday. These emails are going out now. So we wrote all of that using AI. All of this was done by AI. Then after that, once we've got the email sequence, we need registration page copy. You got the registration page up here?
Yes, sir. Should I share it?
Yep, share the registration page, because I just want people to see what AI can do and the speed with which you can move these days because of it.
Sure. So Ridgely sent me text to put on it after consulting with Steve, and I went into one of my favorite page builders and we laid it out, and we created the registration form, which I'm about to share now. And then also Steve had generated an image for us to use on the thank you page, and I'll show that for a second. So here's the registration form: total referral mastery plus AI. And Ridgely, I don't know if you want to tell the story of how you created this text, but there's the text, there's a timer, there's the venue information. You enter your name and email address, and then you
By the way, I just want to say one thing. Go ahead.
Yes.
Keep going.
And then you get sent to the thank you page, and there's the cool image that Steve sent me.
And that image was created by AI also. Just saying. So all of this is AI generated content. By the way, for those people who are saying, well, that's not enough information on the registration page, we have the full list of all the participants that may show up. So normally you might be asking for a phone number or business name or whatever. We have all that. Otherwise, that might have been on the registration page as well. So going back to where we were, okay, so now we've done all of that and we get to the sales page. And guess what? We don't have one. We don't have one at this very second. So we don't have a mechanism by which to take people's money today for a product that is launching next Thursday. So what are we going to do? Man, that's a little ridiculous. So I want to walk people through a process of creating a sales page that is going to happen in about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, 18 minutes. Obviously, after this call, Steve, Hubert, myself, Sansia, people on our team are going to get to work making the page, tweaking the page, etc. But if you want to see how fast AI can produce amazing content, I'm going to show it to you now. So if you have a starting point, obviously that makes things a little bit easier. And we kind of do, because we have our own partner attraction formula content, but we also have a full-blown website that was done by Steve. Everybody see the website here? Let's Talk Referrals. Can we see that? So this is a very well done website. Is your networking not working? By the way, I would change that into NOT caps, Steve, just to make it more clear. Little hack there. And then really good page, really well done, etc. So there's a lot of content about networking and all of that that gives us a great place to start. So what can I do with that? I can go back to ChatGPT and I can say, you are an expert copywriter with deep knowledge of networking and referral marketing.
Now, this instruction just helps ChatGPT kind of know where it's coming from in terms of the output that it's going to generate.
You have been charged with creating the copy for a sales page to introduce a new product called Total Referral Mastery. Before we go any further, please take in this website for reference. I'm going to go https://let's talk referrals.com. Now, what's happening here? What's happening is now I'm telling AI, go soak up all the information that is on let's talk referrals.com. And from there, let's begin to build a sales page about this new product. Notice how, I want to show you something. Notice how the instructions here were literally given as if I was having a conversation with the person or team that is creating the content that we're looking for. You want to think of AI as being your partner that you can just talk to. Hey, I need this and this and this. And the better you become at giving the instructions, the better the content is going to be. So look at this. It already started drafting a sales page for me. But wait a second. Look at this. All I said was first take it in, and it already started going to work. That's how fast AI is. But this is not good enough for me because we know that we have the power of limbic messaging. So I have in Ridgely's prompt library, and obviously Ridgely's prompt library is something that any of our paid mastermind members get as part of our offering, which is amazing. I have a limbic message prompt. So I'm going to say, okay, great. Thank you for all you've done so far, but go give me some limbic messages I can use. I want some limbic messages that are all about what we're talking about. We believe in turning every handshake into a long-lasting business relationship. We believe true business growth stems from authentic, meaningful connections. We believe every conversation can open doors to new opportunities. Do you guys have any idea how long it would have taken Hubert, Steve, and I to write these without AI? It would have taken forever. Okay, now we're regenerating a little bit. Okay, give me some extra stuff. It would take forever. It used to take an entire day or 2 days to create this level of content that now happens literally at warp speed. You deserve a network that works as hard as you do. You deserve to be the first name thought of in your industry. This is great content that happens like that because trust matters in every business relationship, because your time matters. Make every connection count, literally in a matter of just a few minutes. Here's another construct for limbic messages called We Picture a World Where. I didn't bring that up earlier because it's a little bit more complex. But look at this. We picture a world where networking creates endless possibilities. This response was better, way better. So again, AI makes it possible to create this in warp speed, but it does much better than that. What if we say to AI, okay, cool. How about you rank those for me so I know which ones are going to create the most connection possible? So I put that instruction in, and literally in seconds, look at this. Ranking these limbic messages in terms of their effectiveness at building trust and connection and thereby leading prospects to engage with the business requires considering factors like emotional resonance, relevance to the target audience, and the clarity of the message. Here's the ranking, with 1 being the most effective. You deserve to be the first name thought of in your industry, and so on. It's happening at warp speed. You're getting stuff done that would have taken forever inside a boardroom with 15 executives and colleagues working together. This is crazy effective because trust matters in every business relationship. Who doesn't agree with that? If you don't agree with that, I don't want to do business with you. Period. Really simple. So then let's take this a little further. I go back to Ridgely's prompt library and I say, cool, where would you put those messages on a website, for example? But I'm going to change that. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to say, select the best message for the sales page and the rationale why each limbic is most suited for that page. So notice just a tiny change in an instruction from the prompt, and it's now going to say, selecting the best limbic message for the sales page of a business focused on networking and referral marketing involves identifying messages that not only resonate, but also align closely with the core values and offerings of the business, which AI already knows about because it's already taken in the whole website, Let's Talk Referrals. So I hope everybody gets that. Now, select the limbic message. We believe in empowering businesses to go through authentic, trust-based connections. You deserve to be the first name thought of in your industry. Because trust matters in every business relationship, there's 4 of them right there that are super solid, 1 from each category. And there's the rationale for each of these: alignment with goals, emotional resonance, clarity and impact, encouraging action. Notice I have written not 1 word of this sales page so far. I hope everybody's paying attention. I have not written any of it as of yet. And we've been doing this about 6 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go.
I'm just
7.
thinking it's like a couple of those things need to be on that exclusive invitation we're working on. You know, when they look at the paperwork, they need to see that sort of messaging on there to see that it's all about them, right?
Awesome. So let's do that as soon as we get off this call.
I know, right? I'm just,
Sure.
too much.
Sure. Okay, so now let's make this all about them. So this is focused on a website. I'm going to need to slightly adjust the prompt to say, okay, here we go. Really good work. Now let's keep going. Let's review all the copy on the sales page. Notice how simple this is. Sales page, and ensure this focused on the client, not the business. Let's make sure that the sales page, that all of the sales page has limbic messages. You got to change it just a little bit. So I'm not writing any of the copy. I'm just changing a little bit of the instructions. Besides the limbic message, the rest of the page, messages, the rest of the page, rest of the sales page, should be written in you language that makes the messaging all about them, the clients to connect with them, build trust, and leads to increased conversions. Click. Instructions. Now, I hope everybody realizes this is happening in real time, right? No, we have not done this sales page as of yet. By the time we're done here, we will have done 85% of the work in 12 minutes. Here we go. Revise sales page with limbic messages. Top of the page. We believe in empowering businesses to grow through authentic, trust-based connections. There you go. You deserve recognition. You deserve to be the first name thought of in your industry. Total Referral Mastery is not just about our expertise. It's your future success story. We're here to guide you, but this journey is yours. Trust, the foundation of your business. Because trust matters in every business relationship. We focus on strategies that build and maintain this trust. Your relationship will be the bedrock of your business growth, and so on. And here goes a page. Now, there's some challenges here. We don't have an offer. We don't have a call to action. There are a number of things that aren't on here yet. So what can we do? We can start to talk to the tool. So watch this. Great. Thank you. We need to include the top 3 ways that Total Referral Mastery TRM. Now I don't have to say total referral master anymore. I can just say TRM from this point forward. Help companies grow their businesses. These are, Steve Black.
Word of mouth marketing.
Word of mouth marketing.
Networking.
Networking.
Strategic partnerships.
Strategic partnerships. Can you build these into the copy in compelling ways that make them stand out? I could do a lot more in the instructions. I'm doing this step by step so that everybody can see exactly what's happening and how you can use AI to do most of the work for you. So now again, here it's building the page again, but it's going to start talking about unlock the power of word of mouth marketing, networking, your gateway to new opportunities, forge strategic partnerships for unparalleled growth, and so on. It keeps going and giving us content and copy that we can use. Now, we haven't put an offer in here yet. Wow, we need to include the offer. How are we going to do that? Well, I'll go back to my notes and I'll say, what's our offer again? What is the pricing on this? Let me go to invitation, has the pricing. Here's the pricing. I can literally cut and paste it. So great. Now we need to include the offer, which is cut it in. Can you add that for us in a persuasive way? Letting them know that this is the founders circle offer only, exclusive and limited time. Click. I hope everybody's getting how ridiculous this is, because this is so crazy that we can do this so fast. That would have taken a copywriter a week to figure this out. Look at that. Exclusive founder circle offer, limited time only. Welcome to your path to success with total referral mastery. Your opportunity to join at special rates. As part of our founder circle, it comes up with all this content for us. You have the unique opportunity to access total referral mastery at exclusive rates. This is more than just a program. It's an investment in your business's exponential growth. Now, what's going to happen, sometimes there's network errors. We've got to regenerate. Sometimes AI forgets what it talked about earlier. So if you'll notice, I'm not seeing maybe as much limbic messaging as I might like. So you might want to just get in there and pop that back in, say, hey, can we reinsert some more limbic messaging here? What does that look like? But what if instead we wanted to craft this to drive behavior? What are some of the things that we might want to include in a sales page? How about fear of missing out? The FOMO element. How about urgency? Got to get done quickly because we're only picking a few people. How about scarcity? Give them a number that's there. So let's talk to the tool and include all of that. Great. Thank you. Now we would like to add a FOMO element and also urgency and scarcity. This offer is only good until the end of January, and there are only January of this year, of 2024, got to have specificity, and there are only 25 spots available. Can you build that in for us? Boom. Look at this. Got a limbic message at the top. We believe in empowering businesses to grow through authentic, trust-based connections. Welcome to your path to success with Total Referral Mastery. Exclusive founder circle offer, limited time, limited availability. Act fast. Offer expires end of January 2024. This is your moment to be a part of something exclusive. Our founder circle offer with this. And remember, when somebody gets to this page, they will have already seen a presentation of some kind. They will already know about that. They will already have trust in the founders, right? Because they've had the opportunity to experience Steve Black in action. And so when they get to this, all of this makes sense. This is not a page that's in isolation. It's a page that's part of the sequence of sales, of the value that we're promoting. Steve, any comment on this so far?
No, it's just, I'm still going to panic. We're only 7.5 days away. I'm still going to panic. No, this is, you think about the amount of time that's gone into this sort of work in the past and the amount of time I've spent on creating the concept, when really had I got involved with you guys a lot sooner, either this would have been launched a lot sooner or I'd have been less panicky about it. But yeah, I mean, there is no reason why when you put something like this together, along with the fact that I'm talking to people that know me, it's a no-brainer. We're just telling them and reinforcing the messaging that we're already giving. And we've created probably the longest form sales page I've ever created, with just here in the last 10, 15 minutes.
That's exactly right. And it contains everything that you want. And if it doesn't, we just put it in now. Oh, I know. Oh. And all the work that we do in TRM is powered and accelerated by AI. Can you include that in the copy, please? Great. Wait, I'm not even
How
close.
did you forget about that, Ridgely? I mean, seriously, how did you forget about that?
Oh, no, I'm just messing with you. I'm not even close to done yet. I'm completely messing
I
with you.
know.
Because
Yeah.
look at this. We're adding one element after another. Okay, great. You know what's not on this page yet? All the things that are included in the offer. So
Yeah.
what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to our notes. I'm going to say, what do we have? What are we looking at? Where is this registration page copy? No, that's not it. It's the invitation. What's included? All this stuff. So then I'm going to come back to the tool and I'm going to say, great. We now need to include everything that is a part of this offer. Here it is, : quote, include, quote, make this visually appealing using bullet points. Boom. I hope everybody's seeing the power of this, because it's mind-boggling to me that what used to take me a week can be done in 15, 20 minutes. And again, you've seen me add one element and then add the next element and then add the next element and then add the next element. And look at this. Now it's giving us a listing of all of the things that are part of the product. And it's just going to keep going and building on itself. And as Steve said, it's the longest sales page he's ever written. For Hubert and I, it's actually pretty short as a sales page, but it's kind of ridiculous how good this is.
And also, Ridgely just mentioned something in passing. He said it'd take him a week. Now, that's given the fact that you, as the business owner, have the know-how to do it or not. It might take you a week. Meaning, prior to this mastermind and back in our history, I mean, Ridgely and I, had a business where we would take care of doing this for business owners, but it came at a hefty bill, including percentage, equity percentage and all of that. And so what you're able to do now instantly in 15 minutes also wasn't even possible, because now you have, the ability to say, hey, act as an expert copywriter. I mean, that was originally very, very, scarce skill set back in the day.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's one of those things where when you ask yourself the question, what else can AI do? What else can AI do? What else can it do? By the way, anybody that's interested in the mastermind, again, please do hit my link and talk to me, and we'll see if you're the right fit. Okay. Now, I want to just go a little further by way of demonstration to show what's possible. Great. Now, can you pull this all together, the sales page, using the Limbic messaging, the partner-centric copy, the elements of the offer, the benefits, the FOMO, the urgency, the scarcity, into one comprehensive sales page using bold, italics, and emojis to punch it up. Again, I'm just talking like as if I were talking to a team that then would have to go away and do this, and it would take them 4 days or 5 days. Look at that. Now we come back with, look at this, all kinds of bold stuff, italics, etc. And now you get the elements of a sales page that can now be converted into whatever format you use to pull something like this off. Kind of ridiculous. Hubert, your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. And just to kind of pick up on the theme about the 80% that Dr. Jean has mentioned, this is the 80-20 rule here. For sure, we're going to go away and add that magic 20%, right? That to really polish it and make it truly limbic and persuasive and everything else. And, but the fact that you got 80% of the way there in 15, 20 minutes is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. I really, the only reason I'm really doing this is to make Steve feel better. I really just wanted him to relax a little bit. Since we're showing up on his doorstep next Wednesday night in preparation for this the following day.
Yeah. No, it's been, I'm a very, very good procrastinator on some things, and this has been a dream of mine for a very long time. And it's only through the networking with Richard and Hubert and the mastermind that, without that strategic partnership, it just wouldn't have happened. And yes, it's put a lot of pressure on because I'm now having to deliver what I've dreamed of delivering for quite a few years. But it's exciting. It's exciting. And I know without Hubert and Ridgely and Sansia and the team, this would still be a dream and probably going on to be a dream for a very long time. It's exciting.
It really is exciting. And I want to just futurecast with a little bit of what's possible for the people that are on this call. So literally, we started working on this literally 4 to 5 weeks ago. And that included Christmas break in the middle of it, really. So in terms of real business weeks, more like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, we have access to a community. So that is a big advantage. There's access to a community of business owners. But most of us have access to some community or another. You can join a chamber of commerce. You can join a BNI group. You can join networking possibilities. What if you could create a product for them that really had some value? And let's throw out some numbers here for a second. What if you had 50 people decide to join an offering where the low end of the offering was $5,000? That's $250,000, folks, a year, created in a matter of weeks. Now, does it require a zone of genius? Of course it requires a zone of genius, but we all already have that. What AI enables us to do is take what we know really, really well and convert it into something that serves others on a more powerful, more efficient, more rapid way that can make a difference in the world. Because, oh, by the way, a business contact to a business owner, average value of the business contacts that Steve deals with is $35,000 a year. So would somebody, if it was you, would you invest 5 grand to get 35 all day long? So think about the fundamentals, the nuts and bolts are right there, and they're right in front of you when you know how to use the tools, when you know how to use AI. So again, if you haven't yet, get some time on my calendar. We can talk about what's possible. Steve, my man, we got a couple more days to get ready, and then I'm headed to Texas.
Looking forward to it. It'll probably be a little bit warmer by the time you get here.
I hope so. I hope so. Any final words, my friend, before we wrap this call up today?
Oh, network.
Yeah, network, man. This all happened because of networking. It happened because of a common love of helping connect people to other people that can help build their businesses. Partner attraction formula and total referral mastery is a beautiful union, and I think it's really, really cool. Hubert Lee,
Yes,
when
sir.
we are getting together, so if you're not yet a member of the Mastermind officially, again, get on my calendar. We'll see if that's a good fit for you. We are gathering again, of course, next week, and it happens to be Thursday evening.
Ooh, Mind Types After Dark.
Mind Types After Dark, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Thursday the 11th. We invite people to bring your favorite beverage. Unfortunately for me, that happens to be anything other than alcohol during the month of January, so whatever. I know there's a couple of our members will be on the cruise in the Caribbean, on the Marketers Cruise, led by Mike Filsame and Captain Lou. Have a great time on that. Enjoy, everybody. Come back refreshed. Hubert, you want to hit any of the questions or comments in our chat before we wrap it up today?
Yes, just the main one here, and I'll only take a couple of moments to do so. And this was, let me just queue up my screen here. And this is prompted by Natalie, but this is a great question for all the people that are not actually in our group. And so let me share my screen. And Natalie was asking about, accessing the things that she can get to. And so just take a look here. As part of your membership to the Partner Attraction Formula Mastermind, you get actually this entire course here. On this side here, there's a teaching course that we have that actually walks through training with the entire Mind Types and Partner Attraction Formula methodology. It's video courses by Ridgely. For example, what we covered today was limbic messaging. You can in fact then go back and review step by step all of these things that were said, and there's a spreadsheet and everything that you can fill out. On this side here, there is the AI Vault, which is an extremely valuable asset. And let me just tell you what's in there. And this side here, the AI Vault, not only has the schedule of upcoming calls, but it has also archives of all the previous calls in a very easy to manage format, including being able to see the live transcripts being generated. It makes it much easier to search. You have your Partner Attraction Formula AI Brain software, as well as more training, the worksheet, and then what Ridgely was demonstrating today is contained in his private prompt library. And also I have a section called Hubert's Hacks. Very, very cool stuff about how to optimize AI via marketing.
Awesome. Quick question, throw in the chat. If you happen to be going on the Marketers Cruise, I know a few people are. I know Bridget Callahan will be on there. Sansia Sprott will be on there. So if you happen to be going on the Marketers Cruise next week, throw it in the chat so people know to look for you. You can connect with each other. Very, very cool. Since it's going to be a great time, I hope you guys really, really enjoy it. So besides that, we will see you next week on Mind Types After Dark. I will be able to report to you how our launch went that very day. So pretty amazing. We'll tell you how the launch of this product that you're seeing right now, that I'm about to send the transcript of the AI to Sansia to build that sales page for us by tomorrow. Awesome. It's so cool. Love you all very much. Happy New Year to everyone. And we'll see you next week on Mind Types After Dark. Hubert Lee.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Ciao for now.